Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. Now I said we would end this, or start this episode with a quick end turn, and then the assault on Tolosa, but I do want to make sure I've got everything taken care of this turn that I can. I believe we are not taxing this province just so we can turn the public order around. We wouldn't make that much money out of it anyway. We are starting to have some public order problems across the board. So we need to lower our tax rate soon. But I'm going to wait on that for just a little bit longer. I believe all of my forces have been moved as necessary. These guys are still just hanging out, so that's fine. Bendy's Chosen Volume 2. Let's actually send them this way. We're losing some time by doing that, but I'm hoping to recruit on our way through these two settlements. And we can end the turn. Well, let's see what mercenaries are available. Okay, nothing important. So we'll end the turn here and then start the next turn with the assault on Tolosa.
Carrion birds and jackals will grow fat on your carcasses
Okay.
and lose the taste.
My Roman campaign on DEI, this is the first DEI campaign I've done. I am about this far in terms of the amount of land I've taken. I have done it significantly faster in this campaign than I did in the Roman campaign. But in my Roman campaign, my fronts are perfectly managed. Like, I have a choke point here, and I own... Well, let's just go like this real quick. I don't know why I'm even explaining this, but in my Roman campaign, I cleaned up everything out here, so I owned all of the land northwest of Italy. I owned all of Spain. I had Africa up to this point, and the only remaining superpowers were Epirus and Egypt, at least that I was in contact with. I didn't really have any vision on the eastern part of the map. But I was able to simultaneously take on Epirus and Egypt easily because I was fighting on two fronts. So I had everything really well managed and easy to take care of. And in this campaign, it is much more messy right now. I've got more of a spaghetti empire. I have a lot more fronts to manage. I'm having to use diplomacy to manage an entire region. But I still think we can do it. Alright, let's get things moved around a little bit. Oh, I need to go across here. How are we looking over here? I still do feel like I'm wasting two armies right here. But that being said... Shit, this is actually really bad right now. Because we will not have the movement range available to head them off. Need to keep our armies together. How far can they move next turn? So it looks like they won't quite be able to reach either of my cities. Their movement is very, very short through here. But I will not be able to beat them to the city. It would be faster for me to go that way. That's interesting. We will see where they move, and I think I have to start recruiting another army over here just to trap this off. I don't like that these guys are just hanging out right on the back of the Fury everywhere the Fury goes. Alright, let's see if we can get some peace, and then we'll do that battle up in the north. The Seleucid usurpers actually took that city. I would love to take this city. I would love to take that. We were waiting on the Parthian horse, so I wasn't going to recruit these guys. I will go ahead and get a unit or two, just because we do need to have a full stack army by the time we get up to the front. Don't have a ton of warriors. Let's go for a couple of units of Phrygian axemen. Now we really lack missiles here. So Pontic archers will die faster than my guys, but they can't, well, I think we can afford to use the Freeman population. Okay, so that will fill this army. So that's actually not what we want to do. That's too much infantry. Let's drop that out. Get rid of that. We'll save the rest for the Parthian horse, which I think we recruit from here, right? Yep. No, I don't think we're at war with Dura yet. Thank goodness. We're not at war with either of these nations. We may need some kind of peace or non-aggression here.
Time on ill-chosen words.
Okay, we're looking like we're in serious trouble out here right now. What I may have to do is pull the pillagers back from their defensive stance and just hope that Parthia doesn't attack up north. Now, is there anyone who will accept peace?
Know that I have...
Anyone in the whole game?
You have my attention.
Kind of drives me crazy that even though I'm this much more powerful than almost every other faction, none of them will even consider peace with me. Pirates I don't care about. Parthia, oh, I would love to get peace with Parthia right now. Yes!
By the flame, you offer little.
Oh, that buys me a couple of turns, thank goodness. That buys me a couple of turns to get another army recruited and over here to lock this down. Thank goodness. I actually think that going and hitting Parthia up here may have been what caused them to accept peace. Because it seems like a lot of the time, even when you're more powerful than the AI, they won't accept peace until you prove it by beating them up somewhere. Thank goodness we got peace there. If we can get peace off of these guys, we might go up against the Seleucid usurpers. Okay, so they don't want any of it. I don't want peace with the Arverni. I don't care about peace with these guys. If we can get peace with them now, that would be great. Come on. I wonder if we can get, like, non-aggression with these guys.
The door is open to you.
Okay. Now let's look at the other side of the world. These guys should all hate me, but we're at war with the Arverni together, so maybe they will accept something. Do you want trade?
Our ancestors were proud.
I don't want to pay you that much, though.
That our treasure stores are wanting.
What about that? Okay, whatever. It's non-aggression, I can accept it.
Gods of
But you guys probably just outright hate me.
Why do you trouble my digestion
You know what?
today?
Let's go for it. I don't even want the money, I just want the non-aggression and the peace. Okay, Kimbros, they are not on great terms with my guys up here. But my guys up here don't hate them. I'm just not going to get involved with them. They're far enough away from me that they don't matter. It would be funny if these guys would trade with me now.
Then. Speak your words, and be.
Alright. Oh, thank goodness. That was actually very, very worrisome. I should have tried diplomacy before moving these armies, because then I could move them this direction, solidify my hold in Syria, and be feeling a lot better about this area. I do need to be concerned about these two Egyptian armies who appear to have liberated the Seleucid usurpers. I might have to pull back out of here. I might have to just say goodbye Thapsacos and goodbye Edessa. Because if these Egyptian armies go up against me, I'm pretty confident I will lose. Anyway, we'll worry about that next turn, I think. For now,
For the tribe. Ready for orders.
they both have artillery.
Warriors all.
I think these guys would be a little bit more mobile, just because they're not pikes. That being said, the only thing about this army that isn't mobile is the pikes. What are we going to be up against here? Let's see, which army has higher rank? One is rank 5, the other is rank 6. We'll go ahead and get the rank 6 to launch the assault.
Besieging settlement. Laying siege to their home.
It would be nice if we could get the Boii to help us out, just because the extra numbers are always a good thing. But I also can't be bothered to wait. I'd rather just take the settlement. A little sad they sallied out. I'm a lot sad that the map looks like this. It's very unfortunate that the stand of trees is directly in front of this hill. Barbarian units tend to be very good at hiding. And I would like to, well, also if I'm shooting at them through the trees isn't going to be particularly effective, so instead of deploying together, I think I'll just deploy down here and see what happens. Let's get a nice solid wall of pikes. We will set ourselves up wide here because they primarily just have a huge amount of infantry. Go ahead and put this guy up a little bit higher. I'll keep it a little bit more of a tight formation. We'll have the swords right behind it so that they can quickly drop the artillery and fall back if necessary. I would like to rotate those swords out this direction as soon as I can, but instead I'll just counter any push they might have with cavalry.
Royal cavalry.
Let's make sure the archers are down here. I think they only have 1, maybe 2 units of cavalry, so I enormously out-cav them. They don't have a lot of missiles, so I think it's just mostly infantry we have to deal with here. Send the cavalry forward a bit to try and find them and start shooting them as quickly as possible.
I pity this enemy, for they do not know who they face. My warriors, know that I am here, and we shall fight together and be victorious.
Okay, still have not found them. Not too surprising. We've got almost all of our hoplites. Now what I'm planning on doing here
Spears! Ready for
is just setting up and seeing what the AI does. Let's actually just set up right in the front of ourselves here. Let's say we should have the artillery still. Still no line of sight on the AI. I'm sure they're charging us because we have artillery. Put these guys on the left flank, these guys on the right. We'll actually stack a little bit tight over there. Cavalry will just keep in the center. Okay, so we have found them. They are charging. Let's pull the cavalry back, move the infantry over. I want to get a little bit aggressive with this army. You know what? Let's go like this and just use a formation. I don't know exactly what this is going to look like, but let's give it a go. Keep these guys out front just a little bit. It would be really, really nice if they would just sit back and let me shoot them. I would love that. Let's actually shift this army just a little bit up the hill to make it a little bit easier for our guys to be all together. Should probably look at what formation I even put these guys in. Heavy infantry in front, light infantry behind, missile infantry flank the light infantry, cavalry on the outside. Spear infantry flanked by light cavalry in the main line, with melee infantry at the back. Okay, let's use horse. Use horse, go there, and then stop. Okay, now down here they are going after the other armies, so let's move forward to get these guys in position. Let's make it nice and quick. I'm gonna need the foliage off for this battle. Let's see, these archers, oh for God's sake, I hate how that happens. One, and these guys are one. No, can't do that. Okay. I actually, generally speaking, absolutely hate using control groups. Let's go ahead and just set the Scorpion up now and have them start shooting if they can. Yeah, it'll be shooting into the forest and not particularly effective, but I'd rather have it shooting than not. You guys may fire when ready. I want them to charge my pike line, not my hoplites. Okay, how does our formation look over here? Archers go on skirmish mode. Okay, let's actually go like this. Ungroup the selection so that we can control them a bit easier. You guys should have clean line of sight on that. Unfortunately, it put the spears at the back, which is the opposite of what I thought it would do. Maybe it's because I set the formation up backwards. No, I didn't set it up backwards. Okay, well let's get the hoplites moving down here. You guys can go ahead and move out this direction. I think I will want you on the flank with the... what they're called, the peltas. You know what, now let's just sit here for a minute. I don't care what the artillery shoots for now, as long as they are shooting. Okay, we need more infantry help on this side. We're going to use the cavalry. We're going to have to use the cavalry to screen. I'm going to have to play this on stop motion. I'm just not good enough at micro with this many units. We may have to charge some of these spears with our cavalry just to slow them down long enough for infantry to get over here and hold this flank, because these guys won't actually last very long on their own. And the peltasts are good, but they're not going to be that helpful in melee against barbarians. So it's going to be a bit costly, but I think I'm going to take a charge here. Okay, the dogs should start charging us, so let's go ahead and pull this back now.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Let's go like this. Okay, you know what? We need these guys over here way faster. So let's just collapse the flank instantly. Cavalry. Skirmish those guys. I don't really care. You guys start coming around. We're not going up against any infantry just yet. Okay, you guys target whatever missiles you can. They haven't charged us, so we can keep playing a little bit defensive. You guys straighten up a little bit. Okay, the hoplites will be engaging out of phalanx
We have discovered
for
the
the
enemy's hidden
majority
units.
of this fight. Let's get all of these guys. Well, let's get the bows out of fire at will. Out of skirmish mode, into guard mode, and tell them to kill some missiles. You guys just skirmish that to death. As soon as the artillery can, I would like it to start shooting again, but it's going to be a minute. Okay, this is about to get very, very messy.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's get the pikes moving forward, just because they don't need to sit back for that long, but let's keep them moving forward slowly. Our cavalry has not been charged into yet, so let's start working this missile group. Our bows are doing just fine. Let's target that medium phalanx infantry over there. You guys get to keep running around behind. You need to be off of fire at will and shooting into the side of these units. Okay, we'll go ahead and start forming our phalanx wherever we can. Some of these units will have to leave out of phalanx just because of how messy the fighting is around them. And I will need to give another attack order soon. Okay, let's go ahead and chase off these missile units. Now the archers over here should have dealt with their first target, so let's give them a new one. Yep, our pikes are going to get blitzed by javelins, but nothing for it. Archers are still dealing with their first target.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, let's start working the flank real hard over here. We're not even engaged on the front line yet, but let's start working the flank. We'll let the pikes hold a static line for now. You guys should be doing just fine. It looks like everyone's doing okay except for the pikes that got shot to pieces. We'll go ahead and give an attack order here. We'll just have the pike line move forward a little bit. We'll give the attack order momentarily. Okay, there we go. Archers have dealt with their next target, so we'll get back up to regular speed, and then... Okay, you guys can take out that unit, you guys can charge this unit, Peltas can work the flank, General, just go over here for now. Okay, messy battle.
The battle is turning in our favor.
But I think we're doing okay. Okay, archers have dealt with another target, so let's put them onto the phalanx
Our
infantry.
general is under attack.
I would assume that's this general. You guys need a charge order. You guys need to get the heck out of those spears. Okay, let's get some attack orders out here. Move these guys forward. Yeah, we'll bring these guys up to help out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, still skirmishing out here, but we're out of ammo now. That was good timing for me to notice. We've got the cavalry around the back. Oh, you know what? You guys are already in position. Just stay where you are.
Has used all its ammunition.
You guys can just have a standard attack order. You guys get to move up here. The general's going to charge through. Archers have dealt with another target, so let's give them an additional one. Make sure our guys have attack orders. Take these guys out of phalanx and try and move them through the middle here. Put you guys into phalanx. Have both units of artillery shoot the general. Okay, Peltus, you can do your thing now. That unit is not going to last long. Okay, general got a little bit stuck, but that's okay. Can you guys get an angle on them? Getting some decent charges back here. Peltists change targets. Artillery is going to be out of ammo soon. I was about to have them stop shooting anyway. Let's give some more attack orders down here. Peltists need to stop shooting. They're out of ammo anyway, so just go ahead and chase these guys down. Oops, I selected the wrong unit there. Okay, you guys break phalanx and get over here and do a surround. Okay, we don't actually need to run anything down over here. Archers, who's still shooting? Stop. Alright, good enough. Messy, but I think we did okay. Ended up with 49 deaths from friendly fire, which is very bad. But I think it could have been worse. I think I did okay with the artillery at making sure they were shooting stuff that wasn't causing friendly fire. Generally speaking, the kills were spread pretty even across each army. I mean, I had a couple of units that got to chase down some guys. They got a bunch of extra kills. But for the most part, everyone is kind of around the 100 to 150 mark. Wow, those guys got a lot. But, yeah, things went pretty smoothly. We'll just go ahead and raise this. Right? Wrong, we'll just occupy it.
You have further orders?
Thirsty for battle.
And then we'll pull Grumpy's guard. Actually, we can keep Grumpy's guard here for a minute. We'll just let them fortify. Ammo for missile units and upkeep. Those are good enough for me. We won't actually get replenishment. I wish we didn't receive that lie. Let's go for the public order. the healing field, and probably need food rather than public order here. Yeah, let's go for food. Alright, well, that was fairly decisive. We obviously had an enormous advantage going into it, but I'm still going to say we did a good job there. Shockingly, we have enough elites to actually recruit an elite unit of cavalry. We can't recruit Massilian hoplites because we don't have the reform level, but we can recruit their thorax hoplites, which are even better, and their thorax swords. So we will definitely do that. Let's just go ahead and get rid of our mostly dead units here, because I want this army back up to full strength as quickly as possible. And the more foreigners in here, the better. Plus, with us disbanding some of these units, we are boosting the population a little bit. Now let's get 2 of these to replace the cavalry we lost. We have mercenary hoplites that cost 238 per turn. That's the exact same as the thorax hoplites. We'll just get some of this sword infantry, why not? If those guys didn't cost so much to recruit, I would probably just get a bunch of them. Because they're half again as expensive as the thorax hoplites, and the thorax hoplites are better. I may disband this unit as well, but we'll see. What I could do, actually... You know what, let me take a good look at this, because what I could do is kind of replace my front line with hoplites instead of spears up here. See, so that's what, 400 and what, 60 odd? 470 odd spears. Let's see what happens if we merge these guys out. Alright, well that'll be fine for now. We can recruit more Celto-Hellenic infantry shortly. Can't get offensive just yet. We are starting to amass enough forces to do that. If I can get peace with the Arverni, I might. Because then I could just take the fight to Carthage and not have to worry about this area. If the Iceni can take this settlement, then I will request that our allies push this direction, just to try and make sure they actually have forces over here to keep the enemy from attacking. I think that should be mostly it for this turn already. I say already, it's been a half hour. You... Let's give the tax rate, and that doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. Not right now. We'll just go for the research rate. Everyone's still deployed. The Fury is still rebuilding their army. These guys are actually in pretty decent health. I may send them down here to do a little raiding. We may as well let them replenish all the way first. Okay, loyalty just dropped majorly here because we just got a new leader who hates barbarians. So that's annoying. That has actually given us some risk for rebellion, which is not only annoying, but exceptionally dangerous. So let's send this guy off to save some public order somewhere. Send him to Narbonensis, I suppose. Okay. It's been nice for the last several turns not having to worry about loyalty, but now loyalty's a problem again. And unfortunately, this guy's loyalty I can't save just by reducing my taxes. This one I could, but the other one I cannot. Go ahead and get you married, just so we can keep increasing our family size. And we'll have you send a gift up here. Now, as these guys die off, we're going to start losing loyalty up here as well. So we need to start being pretty careful. Alright, well, let's end this turn here.
Our enemies tremble at the thought of your might.
I wish those guys would stop harassing my armies.
One sacrifice is needed on the altar of...
I could actually potentially get a military alliance down there if I were to pursue that.
Stir evil in men. Give us your gold.
I don't need non-aggression with you that bad. Alright, so we got peace with Parthia. Thank goodness that dirty boy got injured, so he'll have to leave us alone now. His harassment here worked, but I mean, losing a couple of relatively cheap archers isn't a big deal. Now, let's see. They do have artillery, so defending in a fortified stance here could actually be very, very difficult. I kind of need to go strike these guys. And I could do that. This army is not in range to be reinforced by these guys, so we could maybe chase them off and then hit the other army with the Fury. I may have to give up Thapsacos. Egypt is still hanging out, so we've got 220 stacks, 320 stacks basically, that could all turn on us and get aggressive. These guys are waiting to get over to Haysadan in order to recruit some Parthian horse. Right here they still have the Cappadocian Lancers, but I'd rather have the Parthians. Out of curiosity, what mercenaries are there? Not really anything interesting. Dura has been trespassing on my land for the last, like, decade in-game, so that's no surprise. At least they still haven't attacked me. Wait a minute. I got all of these over here? Oh yeah, and I still need more. Fancy that. Alright, let's see. So we've got 3 pretty decent units of cavalry. We don't really have any missiles. But I don't care for any of the missile troops over here. So we will just keep recruiting these Celtic units. Yeah, let's get another unit of swords, why not? We've got a pretty tanky front line already. What I might have to do up here is send these guys up to sack this settlement, and that should hopefully give my allies the
For the tribe!
necessary oomph to take the city. So let's move over there because we're not going to get any replenishment for a while anyway. So we actually cannot do that.
Thirsty for battle!
They should have plenty of forces available to take that city next turn anyway. So let's start rotating back down towards Carthage.
Thirsty for battle! Starting out! Your next command!
You guys go ahead and fortify. Funky's Fieldmen, I know you can go further than that. You just hang out for a minute. You guys are up to full strength, so you can actually move forward and start raiding. Let's actually make sure we're far enough away that we're not raiding our own city this time.
You have further orders? We will hear the
But that also
lamentation
means
of
we're
the
out of
women.
range of reinforcements. Where these guys aren't looking to replenish anyway, that might be okay to just move forward without reinforcements. Or it might be okay to move forward and reinforce instead of sitting back waiting for replenishment.
Thirsty for battle! Ready for orders!
Yeah, let's send Grumpy's Guard ahead a little bit further.
Our path is blocked.
And then we can let you guys go ahead and patrol.
Get moving, you wretches!
We'll keep spending the money on improving things. Alright, so we cannot recruit any more armies, right? No, we still can recruit one army. Okay, I need to get another army over here. It's gotta happen. Okay, who's gonna be the leader? The general. Cetriporos. Melee attack for swords is good. None of the rest of those seem terribly important. Alright, Cetriporos. Cetriporos? The only legacies I think we can reinstate are fleets, and we don't want to recruit a fleet right now. Yeah, all we have available is fleets, so let's... Oh, wrong button. Okay, raise an army. Now, against Eastern, so we're going to be up against plenty of elephants, or factions that can recruit elephants, both those and chariots. So we need something that can survive or help deal damage. So let's go with the horse archers. Pop you guys into the city. Spartan Thorax Hoplites. Yeah. I'm gonna say, if we can get 6 of them, we're going to get 6 of them. Their melee attack is pretty much garbage. Look at that melee defense. They have pretty dang good armor. Yeah, these guys should be pretty good. The rest of the units here, maybe not so good. You know what? Okay. So that'll be our next turn's recruitment here, and then these guys will ship out. I'll probably have them pick up a little bit of artillery as well. Because I think I was going to do that with this army, but, you know, life didn't work out that way. Alright, let's end this turn. Did I end that turn prematurely? Candy's Conquerors and whoever was with them didn't move this turn, I think. Okay, so we got harassed, and they have 3 full stack armies. I really hope we can retreat far enough.
Run! Gathering supplies.
Thank goodness. Oh boy. Is there any chance we could win this? I think that's just too many hoplites for us to take on. At 4 unit, we do have a lot of archers. And they only have 1 unit of cavalry. I wish I had more time. I think I will try and fight this. But I don't have time to fight it right now. So I think I'm gonna have to end the episode here. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to win this one, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, so anyway, we will... I think actually sallying out might be the best option here. I would normally never do that, but that might be our best option. Alright, anyway, we will end this episode here. We will start off the next one with this probably badly losing battle. And we will see you guys when that kicks off.